Sam Dykstra covering prospects over at MLB.com. He's got a new article out on the website. Each one prospect to watch for each of the major league teams. Sam, we appreciate the time. Let's start with Jackson Holliday. What are the expectations you think for Jackson Holliday as we start to ramp up spring training 2024?
Yeah, I mean, the expectations for Jackson Holliday, our number one overall prospect, are sky high, and justifiably so. He was the number one overall pick 2 years ago. Last year, ran all the way up to AAA. As a teenager, was hitting the ball really well everywhere. And then you look at what the O's have this spring training. It's one of the most exciting spring trainings they've had in a while, for good reason. They have an opening at second base. Mike Elias has said they're looking for a left-handed hitting second baseman. That's 2 check marks in Jackson Holliday's column there. He wasn't really challenged last year until AAA, and even then had a 109 WRC plus. And it's an approach that translates everywhere. He's been around ballparks forever because of his dad. He doesn't shrink in the moment. No moment is too big for him. I even saw that last year when he was a non-roster invite to Major League Spring Training. All the things are there for Jackson Holliday to potentially make Baltimore's opening day lineup. And if that happens, you look at last year, they got an extra draft pick because Gunnar Henderson was the AL Rookie of the Year.
True.
They could have that happen again with Jackson Holliday.
Let's talk about the reigning and defending champion, the Texas Rangers. They had a young player make a huge impact last season, especially in the postseason. Evan Carter. Now they have another highly touted prospect, Wyatt Langford. What chance do you give him for making an impact this season?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to make an impact at some point this year. You look at Wyatt Langford last year, he was one of what we called the Big Five in the 2023 draft, ended up going 4th overall to the Texas Rangers. How often do you see the World Series champs get a 4th overall pick and keep things trucking like this? Wyatt Langford reached as high as AAA last year, slugged above 500 at every stop. It's real plus power. He was walking more than he struck out. He made really good swing decisions. Bruce Bochy and Chris Young have said they're open to him potentially making the opening day roster. You look at their outfield now, I know there's not many openings, but I do think their best outfield as it stands is Wyatt Langford in left, Evan Carter in center, and Adolis Garcia in right.
And what about Leody Taveras? How does he fit in this?
I mean, that's the trouble. That's the thing, right? Is that he's like a league average bat. He's a really good defender. I think Evan Carter can really run, and he can be a good defender as well in center. I just really believe in Wyatt Langford's bat, and I think he is going to be a starter for Texas, at least in the first half. But if he gets off to a hot spring, maybe he edges Leody Taveras out of that lineup. We'll see.
Let's talk about the San Diego Padres and Jackson Merill. What should we know about him?
Yeah, Jackson Merill, the interesting thing coming out of this week when he reported to spring training in Peoria was that he was saying he's getting work, or he's been working out at shortstop, which is his natural position, but also second base, left field, and center field. Obviously, at shortstop, the Padres have a really good shortstop in Alexander Bogaerts. You look at Jackson Merrill's last season, he struck out less than 12.5% of the time at both high A and double A. So it's barrel control, bat control that really translates level to level. He stole 15 bags. He had 15 homers. The Padres like to get aggressive with their prospects. We saw that last year with Ethan Salas. We've seen that a few years ago with Fernando Tatis Jr. If they really like a guy, they're not afraid of giving him time in the spotlight. We'll see how the defense is going to work for Jackson Merill. He's not an overly fast guy. He's kind of big for short, but if he can win a job in left or center, he has a high ceiling, and maybe San Diego trusts him more now than many other teams would.
Now, what about the idea or the notion, Sam, of a young player switching positions, playing one for a couple of games, and then switch? How does that affect or impact their development?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of teams, they try to keep one guy in one position for as long as they can because you want them laser focused on that position with the idea of there being more upside at shortstop for Jackson Merill, obviously. But like I said, Bogaerts is signed long term there. He wants a major league opening. Like he wants a spot on the major league team. If they say, hey, that's in left, that's the carrot in front of him now. There's real reason for him to work on his outfield defense, give that more of a try. And I think that's just a little bit extra motivation that somebody like Jackson Merill needs.
All right, we'll get you out of here on this one, Sam. Prospects to watch for the Tampa Bay Rays, Junior Camero. We saw him briefly at times in 2023. What should we look for this coming season?
Yeah, Junior Camero has tons of power. He hit 31 homers last year in his age 19 season at high A and double A. That's why he was able to join Tampa Bay's postseason roster. When you look at those 31 homers, no other teenager in minor league baseball hit more than 24. So he slugged .591, hit .324. It's all about the bat for Junior Camero. His best position is third base. Problem is, Isaac Paredes also plays third base and is coming off his own 31 homer season. I know shortstop's a little bit of a question mark right now for Tampa Bay. Junior Camero does have some shortstop in his past. Maybe he finds a way to playing time through that, but typically guys with this type of power, plus, maybe even 80 grade power, you make room for them. And Tampa Bay is not shy of giving their youngsters chances. So if Junior Camero has a really hot spring in Port Charlotte, maybe they make room for him on opening day.
Boy, that follow through of his reminds me of Miguel Cabrera a little bit, especially when he goes opposite field. Hey, Sam, we appreciate the time. Urge people to check out his work on MLB.com. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thanks so much.